Okay, hey everybody. So unfortunately on this match, it was my match against zeroskatr, and I was kind of nervous leading up to it, and so I forgot to start the recording until like over halfway through the game. Anyways, here's the situation. He's playing High Priestess, I'm playing as Dawnsteel Paladin. And what you've basically missed is we've drawn a whole bunch. I'm playing a really specific combo deck where I have one really explosive play I'm building up towards, and so I use Farmer and Friend to get a bunch of cards repeatedly into my hand. And he hasn't really wanted to fall behind on the card draw, so he's also been drawing a lot, which has led us to this situation right here. So let's go ahead and see what happens. I think zeroskatr is the one whose turn it currently is. For both of his actions, he is just going to draw, again trying to stay caught up here. So now for my turn, I'm going to draw, and then I'm going to play this Brute 1, which I believe was a huge mistake, which I'll get to after the video, and then pull Farmer and Friend back into my hand. And then on his turn, he's going to move this forward, and then he is really going to make like a huge pain for me at this point. He's going to play Rapid Deployment for his section action, and he's going to play High Priestess, Luminous Shieldsman, Umbra Jailer, and a Brute 3. And additionally, High Priestess is going to summon two, what are they called? Light Cloaks. So he went from having basically no board presence to massive board presence, 2 cards to 7 fighters on the field. So this really messed up with my plan. I had been just about to make my really big move, and then we were here. So anyways, at this point I decide to go ahead and match that Brute across the way with my own Brute 3, and then to just trade off that top one so I can get some trades with those Soldier 2s with my Brute 2s here. And he is going to go ahead on his turn and push up the Light Cloak, so I can't deploy anything onto this corner, and then he's going to barrage off that top 2. Really great move by him. At this point, he has pretty much complete control of the board state. I'm going to go ahead and hit reposition, and then trade over one of those Soldier 3s with the Brute 3, which was another really bad choice, I believe. Lots of bad choices from this point on in the game. So he's going to go ahead and move forward his Brute 3 and the Umbra Jailer, and then pull out the Standard Bearer. And now for my turn, I go ahead and I draw my last card, and I just got Siege Captain, which was a card I was looking for basically the whole game. I tap off one of the Light Cloaks to keep the Brute 3 here, and then I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that Brute 2 to free up some space there, which was not the best play, because at this point what he's going to do is Standard Bearer up that Brute 3 stack, and then he's going to trade these 2 3s. And I completely forgot about Tempo, which is really ridiculous because I had Tempo in my hand at this point. So he pops out Tempo, gets last action, and then trades over my Brute 1 with his Soldier 2, getting the Siege for the win. And I have most of my deck in my hand at this point, so really terrible adaptability for me at this point. Great win by zeroskatr. He had some great pressure he applied after that rapid deployment. The issue, I think, for me, I'm going to show what this big combo is going to look like, but what I needed to do on that first turn you saw is I should have moved up those 2 Brutes and then played a Brute 1 behind them, because then he probably would have been incentivized to trade up those Brutes or to drop Luminous Shieldsman next to them, and I would have had a really good opportunity to do this play that I had been hoping to do. This is a combo that I did test against a lot of people and found it to be very effective. I just really did not adapt well after he did that rapid deployment. But the idea was, I told him, I would have shifted up this stack on my very next turn. And then the idea was to go ahead and play Suns here for your first action of a turn, and I'm going to play Intermediary instead of Suns here in this example. So just ignore the Intermediary and pretend that it's Suns here. So I would have played Suns here for the first action, and then for my next thing, I would have played Rapid Deployment for free, so I still have an action remaining. Play Siege Captain to gain 2 construct actions at that point. Then I would go ahead and play Intermediary on top of the Siege Captain to get the Siege Captain back into my hand, at which point I would have deployed him for the 3rd deployment of Rapid Deployment to have 4 free construct actions, and then play Dawnsteel Paladin on top of him to go ahead and be able to play Tempo, which you'll see me pull out here. Tempo would give me an extra 2 actions. So at this point, I have 7 actions to use, 4 construct actions, and 3 regular. Then I would have barraged for free with the Sunseer to clear out the gates. Then I would have played Battering Ram for free because of Sunseer, at which point, if he had 6 or less cards in his deck, he was completely dead, because I would use my construct actions and regular actions to mill off the rest of the cards in his deck, and then for my last action, simply move that stack, which was Unfatigued, into the middle of his gates. So yeah, I think if I had played those 2 brutes up and put the 1 behind it, it would have been a lot less threatening than that stack of 3, and he might have waited a turn to do that rapid deployment action. So big misplay by me on that point. I think I was super close to closing it out and actually getting the win with that combo play. But yeah, just messed it up. And then later on, after he did that rapid deploy action, I just did not respond well, did not shift the game plan. Otherwise, I think I still could have made it a pretty competitive game. That said, he played a super great game. Next round, he's going to play the winner of Speed versus MC, so good luck to him in that match. We can see we're almost to our completed quarterfinals. We just have 3 more edited games till we see the complete quarterfinal layout. And yeah, thanks for keeping up with these ones. Next expansion's coming super soon. Look forward to that. Feel free to like and subscribe. You can see we're at 92 subscribers, so we're just 8 away from getting to that triple digit, which is really cool. Thanks everyone for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. See ya.